It can't be easy being one of those progressive types. I mean, you're constantly being attacked by things you deem insensitive and problematic, when all you really want to do is signal to the world how accepting you are with the vehemence of a vegan who does Pilates. And it seems more and more adults are seeing through this behaviour by either shunning the thought-policing mongoloids or turning their attention to matters that actually, well, matter. But the thing is, these people who want to control the way you talk and think are starting their own families. Or armies, I'm not sure. Because if grown-ass adults will start rolling their eyes whenever you talk about social justice, it's time to move on to the demographic who are famous for believing anything. No, I'm not talking about Scientologists. I refer, of course, to children, who will take everything you say with a pinch of salt, right? Wrong.
What's like a stereotype of a boy?
Climbing trees and scabby knees, I think. At least it was in my day. Now they're all flossing. It's shit like that that makes me think ISIS might actually have a point.
Hey, dude, man! What's up? It's not the ninja. Ow! Damn, cool.
Nah, it's not a million miles off. Alright, the first two symbols I get. Male is the astrological symbol for Mars, and female is the symbol for Venus. But what the fuck are the rest? We have a hand grenade, a flashbang grenade, a cross between Mars and Venus, a head with arms and an arrow going through it, and a charged drawing of a reindeer person. All complete bullshit when you realise they're based on astrology, which in itself is complete bullshit. But even worse when you realise that this symbol, which is meant to be trans and denoting something between Venus and Mars, should actually be Earth, something that is actually between Venus and Mars. Seems like they missed a trick there, on top of the fact that anyone who is genuinely trans would be using the male or female symbol rather than draw attention to the fact they're trans, because, well, that's kind of the whole point of transitioning. And for anyone wondering, yes, the symbol for Uranus does look like a butthole.
I need your name.
Did he just say up? Is he named after a film, or is it short for My Parents Screwed Me Up? I don't know. Let's keep watching.
Your gender identity and your preferred pronouns.
What?
Right?
I don't know what the last two are.
That's because you're a child, Up. Enjoy it while you can.
Riley, do you know what gender is?
Something you identify with that people call you.
Well, looks like the SJW Army got to this one already. Best of luck passing any biology exams, Riley. Not your fault, I know. The best thing you can do now is rebel against your parents a little earlier than usual.
See,
You don't fucking know either, do you?
you're in the ballpark.
I resent your use of the word ball there, progressive mum. Very gendered. Stop that.
I like to think I understand a little bit of it.
You don't.
Oh, boom! This kid right here! No, you obviously don't, progressive daddy, or this video would be 1 minute long. Watching someone who clearly doesn't understand a subject explain it to children is like watching an episode of Queer Kid Stuff. In fact, this might as well be Queer Kid Stuff. All we need is a blatant lesbian. Yeah, he's laughing, but I guarantee that kid is gonna get slapped all the way home for showing him up.
Do you know what makes a boy and what makes a girl a girl?
Careful, Riley. I get a feeling this is a trap, and traps are gay.
I don't know.
She took the safe route. Well done, Riley. Well done. The smartest Riley on the internet.
What are boy things?
Strong, fearless.
Not a bad shout, Up. I mean, I would have said peen, but then girls have been known to enjoy them too. So yeah, strong and fearless isn't a bad answer coming from a 5-year-old. I mean, what's your mum gonna do? Arm wrestle you? Oh, she is gonna arm wrestle you. Okay, bit aggressive as well, wasn't it? She slammed her elbow down then, followed by one of the kids making a noise which screams, "Oh no, she's doing it again. I miss Daddy."
Oh. Boom! So clearly that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, well done, progressive mum. You proved your point by beating an 8-year-old in a game of strength. Are you gonna prove girls are smarter than boys by getting him to explain a brief history of time? Or that boys can be emotional too by punching him in the face?
What does it mean to be a boy?
You act annoying and rude.
Yeah, again, not a bad answer from someone her age. I mean, that's the outlook of third-wave feminism, isn't it? Which suggests to me they have the mentality of a child. Yeah, he's gonna knock her out, or at least try. I think she might be able to take him, to be honest.
Dance like a boy.
Uh-huh, boys dance while making train noises, apparently. Let's see how girls dance.
Oh my god!
and girls dance like strippers. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, it's not something I'd do in front of an impressionable young child, but I'm also grateful for the lack of flossing. Also, there's no way the one on the right is her daughter. No fucking way. I think they might be lesbians. Oh, we got one. It is an episode of Queer Kid Stuff.
They used to think that the only favorite colors girls could have was pink and purple.
Actually, youngling, pink used to be a boy's colour as it was a paler version of red, which is seen as a fierce colour. And blue was a girl's colour because it's all delicate and dainty and shit. But you're a kid, so it's not your fault you don't know that. It's Butch's fault.
But I've never had pink as my favorite color.
Right.
Do you think that's because you associate it with your mother's hair?
On your body, what do you have that I don't have?
Oh, for the love of Jeff Goldblum, please don't say muscles or she'll arm wrestle you again. All right, fine. Say muscles and then smash her head into the table. You see what you get, Mama? You see what you get when you mess with the Warriors?
What is that?
I can't say it!
Junk.
Up's got the right idea. If you say wang, she's gonna be all, so women can't have penises? And knowing her, she'll flop hers out on the table and say, now wrestle that.
Wiener.
So, if a person with a wiener
A male?
says, hey, I'm a girl,
That is the purest reaction to anything. Like, what the fuck, Mum? Have you been on the bath salts again? Stop chatting shit, woman.
what is that person?
A trans-trender, seeking to gain attention by purposefully being different and making the cerebral and somatic plight of genuine transsexuals look like a fashion statement. I mean, come on, no one said Pinocchio was a real boy until he actually transitioned.
A girl.
A boy.
A female.
You don't know either, do you? You don't fucking know.
Behold, gender identity.
Oh, gender identity, yeah, but Up here would rather smell his own shoe than listen to this crap, and I'm with you, buddy.
When did you find out if I was a boy or a girl?
It could have been when you were born by looking at your baby cooch, or while you were in utero by ultrasound or amniocentesis. There are currently no tests to determine a baby's gender identity while still in the womb, because if there were, I'm sure the rate of abortions would go through the fucking roof.
Maybe 15 minutes after you were born.
15 minutes? How long were you just staring at her genitals going, what is it? I've never seen one before. Well, just look in the mirror, you vagina.
But
No, vagina.
as I'm learning, that was just the sex you were born.
Is it me, or is this one getting a bit brainwashy?
That doesn't mean that's the gender you're going to
I am
to
not
be.
a boy.
Oh, but she ain't having any of it. Power to you, little not a boy.
How do you know?
Oh, are you serious? Leave her alone, you fucking snow monkey. At least let her hit the teenage years before you make her hate you.
And this isn't a trick
I
question.
just know.
You just know.
You shouldn't have to think about it twice.
Damn, I know she knows she's a girl, but this one's got some balls on her, doesn't she? I'm starting to feel a little better about the new generation.
No. But what if
Leave it out, mate. Stop being so fucking gay that you can't even accept a straight answer.
like society is telling you can't? If I was always just, you can't be a girl, you can't be a girl your whole life.
Anyone else getting the feeling that's happening right now?
You think you would be like, oh,
I would
maybe I'm not
say,
a girl.
Mommy, I'm gonna stay at your house.
Oh, it's a haymaker from the little not a boy. Not the answer progressive dad was looking for, and I think the inevitable resentment she will have for her father is setting in early. This girl is all gangster. Now, if we take the woman arm wrestling the little boy to prove a point, what does it mean when a child shuts down a grown man? That's the real question here.
So I think that there's people that feel like society's telling them they can't be what they feel they are.
Possibly because the majority of people know the difference between fantasy and reality, progressive dad. You can't change your gender, death is inevitable, and the Black Panther film was shit. Harsh truths, but truths nonetheless.
So they do second guess.
When I was little, people used to call me tomboy,
No! Really? No!
and that didn't really fit because it wasn't something that I called myself.
And that's not something you've shoved onto your children, is it, Butch? Judging by the boy with the bowl cut and the girl who makes a show of saying she doesn't like the colour pink, no, I'm sure they did that themselves.
Like, I felt like a little boy when I was little.
And that was clearly a sign from the universe saying there are more than two genders, eh? It couldn't be that you enjoyed the things boys typically enjoy. No, it was magic.
And then when I was 12 and I found out that I was supposed to be a a girl and that girl meant certain things, it was kind of scary to me.
Tits and a vagine, Butch. That's all girl means. You can be a mechanic for all anyone cares, and I strongly suspect you are, but that doesn't mean you're male. Stop mixing biology with your fucking hair dye.
Because it was a box
Ha!
that I wasn't ready to be put into.
I can imagine that.
Of course you can. Anyone can imagine things that aren't real, little one.
What if you forgot if you were a boy or a girl?
You see what you've done, progressive mum? You've opened the floodgates to all kinds of shit you can't answer.
There are people who don't really identify as a boy or a girl.
These two, man, they're cracking me up. They're just not buying it, are they? Smart lads.
They're in that middle space. So you could be superwoman, like really girly, or super manly.
Ah, but what is super manly, progressive mum? Why don't you arm wrestle a child to find out?
And then there's probably a lot of us that are just kind of floating somewhere in the middle.
But that doesn't mean you're a different gender, you dumb fuck. How were you allowed to reproduce, and how did your children end up smarter than you?
Because am I super girly?
Yeah, I'd be choosing my words carefully too, buddy. It's questions like that that made your father move out.
Yeah, sort of. I can't answer that.
If you didn't catch that, he said, I kinda get things are that, and then rolled his eyes to the heavens as if to ask, was that the right answer?
When you went to kindergarten, you went by she, her.
Oh, no fucking doubt. Never had any of that in my day, but then we never had parents pushing their social and political issues onto their children either, so it all makes sense, really.
Yeah.
And you wore dresses, and some people said,
I bet your mother made you wear that.
They wanted me to be a different gender.
they didn't want you to be a girl.
But you did, didn't you, Butch? I don't know if that's because you want your kids to be just as confused as you are, or because you hate males and you want them to be bullied everywhere they go, which would also explain the haircut you gave him.
I don't know. People were being mean. Now I'm dating.
Now you're they, them.
Yeah, of course you are. You're gonna have a hard time learning that you can't control how other people talk about you, but fuck it. I don't think that's the most difficult experience you're gonna have on this earth.
People should call you your actual gender. They, them, she, her, he, him.
It's a nice sentiment, but they, them isn't a gender, which you would know if you weren't so obviously homeschooled.
Or none.
Also not a gender.
Would you make fun of Oscar if he turned into a girl?
Oh, how
Oh!
That's a yes. That's a strong yes.
I don't feel like we're getting the heartfelt conversation that I was going for.
Myself, I identify as trans non-binary.
How is that? What does that mean? How can you be trans and non, but you're just taking all the labels for yourself, aren't you? At least leave some for your daughter.
So the surgery that I'm going to have, all of this is going to be gone. How do you feel about that?
Now you're asking her? Now? In front of a camera and the internet and me? Now you're asking your child how she feels about you having your tits chopped off. What the actual fuck?
Still, I still have mixed feelings
Still
about
mixed
that.
feelings.
Aw, she's a nice little girl, isn't she? Most kids would say, it creeps me the fuck out, mum, but not this one.
A little bit scary?
A lot scary.
Yeah. What's scary about it?
I don't know, the fact that you're asking her in front of all these cameras and she might get called a bigot if she says the wrong thing.
That you're gonna look different.
Yeah. But I'll still be the same person that you know, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I just won't have these bad boys.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you just gender your tits? After all you've said, you've just gendered your tits. Holy fuck. The discomfort on her face then, man. Poor kid.
Did you ever want me to be non-binary?
Not past tense, little one. She still does.
When you were little, I just wanted you to be who you are without having to choose. Because when I grew up, there was just boy and girl.
So what? In the past 40 years, our cells have mutated to create 32 new genders? Up the sharp fuck.
How many genders are there?
Infinity?
What?
This is confusing.
Yes.
Weird that, eh boys? Almost like it's an issue put on you by someone who doesn't really understand it either. Now, why would that be, do you think? Is it because gender's complicated? Or is it because gender's so simple that some people like to conflate the very idea of it to lofty new heights of fuckery in an attempt to make themselves important in the eyes of others? Don't listen to her, lads. Just do what most people do to feel different and get a tattoo. Thanks for watching, guys. Please consider becoming a patron or a supporter to help keep this channel running and running and running until this sort of shit is a distant memory. The links are in the description, and remember, when your child's the smartest person in the room, it's time to leave the room.